5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opener.
Clear your weapon. Clear. Give me the M2.
So long, big boy.
Hello and welcome to the Worst Movie Ever Made, an experimental movie podcast designed with one thing in mind: to find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Ockman. I'm joined by my co-host and fellow mad scientist, Rob Scucci. Hey, how are you and why are we doing Hulk 2003?
We are doing Hulk 2003 because we wanted something that predates the MCU, and we didn't know that was going to end up being the MC-Poo.
Nice.
You guys may notice Bob is not here this week. He's on a little sabbatical. He's in the Belgian Congo. He was going to research their mating rituals, but then they adopted him as one of their own. And we need $12 ransom to get him back.
Yeah.
But Chris lives in Connecticut and I live in Nashville, and $12 is a lot. So
yeah,
if you want to donate to the cause, www.theworstmovieevermade.com. You could send us a penny here and there.
Yeah,
and then
send it to the website.
Yeah, and Bob will be back by the end of the season when we do a surprise good movie that we are conspiring against Chris with. So Bob is here in spirit.
It's true,
but he's also probably getting pounded in the ass by a bunch of tribesmen who don't know that the word no means no.
Right.
Anywho, so where are we? We're doing Hulk. We're doing explanation. I've got an alliteration that I think is really quite spicy. And then because in Bob's absence, he describes the movie. Chris, in his infinite wisdom, completely unrelated to that, brought in about 20,000 clips for this movie. So we're not going to explain it traditionally. We're just going to let the clips do the speaking for us, and then we're just going to rail on them because all the clips are necessary. I was like, Chris, what the fuck are you doing? And then I listened to all them, and then I watched the movie because I didn't get to watch the movie until after I did the clips, and I'm like, he should have clipped more. So yeah, that's where we're at right now.
All right, fair.
Here we go. Explanation.
Bob, I know you have dinner guests, but it's time for your explanation.
Rob,
what are you giving them?
Turkey ass. Eat up, sucker. Turkey ass.
Bob?
Ready? I already typed it out. I don't have to keep up with anybody. Eric Bana's Bruce Banner bludgeons and bumbles bureaucrats and bomb brigadiers by bellowing through battles, beating off to Betty, and blasting bombs with his bare hands.
Yeah, very nice.
Right.
He's definitely doing some Betty beating under his.
He's doing some Betty. Sure. He's Betty booping all over his booper.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So should we just go to YouTube because I think the clips are going to explain the movie for us, and like there's so much to do here, dude. It's insane. All right, YouTube. Here we go. This is another. It's also a long one. Like we just overdid it this week. We have a Bob-sized hole in our hearts, and we have
the movie's called Hulk. It's okay to be overdone a little. You know?
It is, and then Marvel continued to overdo it with Mark Ruffalo and Ed Norton.
Rock people run fast, but problems run faster.
Where's coming on YouTube? This movie is a cinematic masterpiece. Yes, it is very much cliche, but the cinematography, the transitions, and the writing is phenomenal when you really study it. The effects are very dated, but they are very comic-like and obviously unrealistic. But that's kind of what this type of movie needs. I personally think the character arc of Bruce Banner is amazing. First, starting out this timid scientist with very repressed memories, and after the Gamma accident, he is slowly unraveling his past and letting his literal inner voice, in air quotes, come out to speak for him in an incredible way. Pun intended. Incredible Hulk. This movie aged like fine wine to avid movie watchers like myself. It's definitely a Merlot that is indeed better when you can pick apart its aspects and savor it slowly. 10-10 movie.
More of a Pinot Noir because it's some kind of mystery that I couldn't solve when it comes to character arcs. They were saying the Bruce Banner like story was well told in this movie. It was not. I think that's something that we discussed a little bit off air, but we don't really know what anybody wants or cares about in this movie. Which
this is like cooking. It's cooking sherry at best. It's like a component of a much bigger picture that everything else is missing from.
Which makes everything just taste kind of bad. So
yeah.
What was it? At it was the lobster biscuit at Captain's Catch that they put sherry in sometimes. You know.
Yeah.
And when you put sherry in,
and they had to punch it up. They would use like a corn. It was like a cornstarch slurry and some some sherry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slurry and sherry.
Penny, Slurry, Sherry, Penny, Snickles, who cares?
How do you spell sherry?
Let's throw to
all right, go.
Yeah,
Worth production? And you're taking that this week? Okay.
Yeah. Throw it to me.
And that makes you.
I think I know what it is.
Hard.
Yeah.
It's the worst production. Is it the thing I mentioned to you in the text?
Yeah, transitions.
Yeah.
So this YouTuber also mentioned it, and it was all these like comic book transitions that take you from one scene to another, or sometimes just change the camera angle.
It just shows you it shows you what someone's foot's doing while the other person's face is like got a close up.
Yeah,
it's meant to be like the comic book blocks, right? Is that
right? It's supposed to look like the comic book blocks.
Yeah.
But it just makes the movie like really artsy.
Amateur.
Like they're going for artsy, but they don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like they're way too. They don't know what they're doing, but they're going for artsy.
They thought they were doing high art, but it looked like Saul Goodman's commercials in like Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, where it's like the overlapping circles and he turns around, like points to the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it just did not
that kind of shit. No, cringeworthy. I mean, maybe better in 2003.
No,
but yeah, probably not. Right.
No, I mean, The Room came out in 2003. What's a good movie that came out in 2003?
Oh God,
I don't know.
I should have an answer.
What
to this.
Good movie?
Here we are, the movie buffs, talking about movies that don't know a single fucking good movie that came out in 2003.
Return of the King came out in 2003.
Oh my God!
So that's an egg in your basket, Chris.
Yeah, man.
So like,
hell yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, you have Lord of the Rings. I think it's kind of gay, but like you like it,
dude. It's so good.
I trust you. But then you have Hulk that came out at the same time, and they're like star wipe.
Yeah, they were very Battlefield Earth in all their angles, trying all the angles. Anyway, if you watch this movie just so that you can watch this podcast on Spotify or YouTube,
www.theworstmovieevermade.com.
Then check out all the comic book shit that's going to piss you off, because it's the same as Battlefield Earth. There's just too many angles. They're trying too much. They're trying to be too cute.
Yeah,
doesn't work.
Yeah, they tried cramming in like an origin story, and where the origin story like bounces off from. Like the MCU, as much as I don't like superhero movies, like the tights and flights, if you will, they were good because they would do a whole establishing film for the origin story, and then like they would have Iron Man, they would have Hulk, they would have Thor, and then they would do an Avengers movie where like all their backstories are established, and they just go straight into doing Avengers shit, and that was smart.
Which was cool.
Whereas in this one, they tried building the whole world out and then doing it. And it's like 2 hours and 18 minutes later, you're like, what the fuck, man? It's like you bit off way more than you can chew.
No, I think that's generally the problem with like movies where they're trying to explain too much backstory. Like, we don't need to know why the Hulk is the Hulk. Just like give me the goods, you know? Yeah,
so junk science. They want, but the thing is, if they want to appeal to the broader audience as well as satisfy the comic book fans that are pedantic about everything, they have to.
Yeah.
Like it's you have your arm behind your back, you know. Whereas like that's why I like the Crow so much, because there was a Crow comic book, but it's like no, he dies, his wife gets brutally assaulted, and then he comes back and kills people. Like it's very tight story writing, and they could have done that with Hulk. They could have been like, oh, I got blasted with radiation. Oh, I'm big now. Oh.
Yeah, right. And then in the Crow, like you need to know how good he is at guitar, especially while on rooftop, because that's important to the story.
That's how you know how cool he looks when he does those things.
Oh yeah. Good point.
When he tells Tintin and Top Dollar that death is coming for them.
Dollar fuck. All right.
Before he fucks his sister and eats an eyeball.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
So,
All right, let's
piece
throw
by
it to
piece.
the piece by piece of shit.
Yeah. We're gonna be spending some time here, guys. So
Oh yeah, we are.
buckle up.
We'll try to speed it along.
And by Chris saying speed along, it means I'm not going to interject immediately for a minute and a half after every single clip because we got to barrel through these things. So that's mostly on me. All right. Floor's all yours.
Not at all.
Yeah.
We start in a lab where a crazy scientist is doing crazy shit to lizards and starfish and stuff. He's apparently trying to achieve regeneration in humans. Wait, I guess we know that because the head military man comes in.
Yeah.
We don't know who that is yet. Important, though, both of them.
Yeah.
Says no human subjects. The big dogs are saying no human subjects, so don't do it.
Yeah.
The mad scientist guy tests himself anyway. And then he gets his wife pregnant and passes along the genetic modification to his son, Bruce.
Yeah.
Military man figures out that he's gone, rogue and done the military experiment on himself. And he kicks the crazy dude off the project. He literally says off the project, I think. And then he smashes him. I love the part where he smashes the microscope, like the really high intensity microscope that you'd look at through in college. And he smashes it into a bunch of go ahead.
The ones that cost a year's rent and our tax dollars paid for it. Yeah, that one.
Right. Into a bunch of vials of liquid that he doesn't know what they are.
Yeah.
And they just smash all over the that's the way. One thing I'm not fucking with is a scientist's vials of different colored liquids, because you don't know which one's gonna.
Because it was in one of the Die Hard sequels when they're like these two things are harmless together, but when you combine them and throw it, it explodes.
Yeah, it's
like a bomb. Yeah. So don't do that.
Hasta lasagna, don't get any on you.
Yeah, there's a bomb in the lasagna.
Yeah. So crazy man who for some reason has the keys and codes to launch a nuke or something. Does that to his own hometown.
Yeah.
And he launches the thing and then he goes home and he kills his wife.
Yeah, that was hot.
Yeah, right in front of his son. We're at this point, it's heavily implied. We're not sure if that's what happened. But anyway, we flash forward to adult-sized Eric Bana, who is shaving in a mirror. And now he's off to Berkeley Nuclear Biotechnology Institute, where security guards Stan Lee and Lou Ferrigno are at the door to greet him. A little cameo session. This is back in the Stan Lee days where he was in every single movie that had.
Yeah, Stephen King does the same shit, and it's they're not good actors, and they shouldn't do that.
Yeah, agreed. It takes you out,
Yeah.
We also meet his former lover in our second clip of the day. This one is called Microbes.
Yes, it is.
Hey, found you.
Betty, hey.
I hate them.
Wait, I just got here. Who do we hate?
The review board. We have to make a presentation on Tuesday. And you're gonna make it with me.
Do you think I should?
Yeah, you're great with that stuff. You start talking about microbes and nanomeds, you sound almost passionate.
Oof.
Sorry. That was rude.
Look, nobody expects this to be easy. Us working together after being so close.
We were close?
Look, if I could be more... whatever, just...
Don't. It's not your fault, really. Just a byproduct of my inexplicable obsession with emotionally distant men. I'll get over us.
So immediately we're hit with the kind of dialogue where, they're hoping to say words that dumb people don't understand, so they think these characters are smart.
Yep.
Which immediately pisses me off. But yeah, if he goes into that meeting with her to talk about microbes and nanobots and stuff, a meeting they literally never have, by the way.
Yeah.
It's just not a thing.
Yeah.
It's like a plot point at the beginning, and you're like, okay, he's going to go in and fuck up somehow or turn into the Hulk in the middle of the conference room, and this is going to be kind of fun. And then the whole meeting thing she was talking about never happens.
And it takes a very long amount of time for him to start hulking.
Yeah, too much. Too long of a time, I think.
Too long of a time to start hulking.
Yeah. They are testing nanomeds in the lab, as they just mentioned, and microbes too. They're probably testing those, and her inexplicable, passion for men who don't know emotional cues and stuff, or whatever she said.
Yeah.
They believe that they're close to a breakthrough when the meds, fix the frog's wounds. They're celebrating.
Yeah.
You got a big gash, and then it fixes itself. But unfortunately, after blasting him with nanomeds and gamma radiation and microbes and all this, the frog goes into overdrive and literally explodes inside the test tube tank thing.
Yeah, it's all splat.
It's kind of gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're squeamish, you shouldn't watch the frog explode. The practical effects are pretty fucking good.
It is pretty good. And then I think the next clip you have is where there's a pretty good line there where it's we could show him our research about how good we are at blowing up frogs.
Well, yeah, let's draw. So none too happy with the results. The team has a beer and discusses the results.
Yeah.
Ew, I just repeated results. What am I? Anyway, let's throw it to any less.
Well, yeah, but I did like Eric Bana's flat delivery on some of these things. So credit where it's due.
We're supposed to think he's super flat at this point because he can't allow any emotion. Otherwise,
it's all part of his brilliant arc. So here we go. Any less?
You want to go to the review board on Monday and tell them we've developed a brand new method for exploding frogs?
Yeah. I think maybe there's a market for it. And what if there's a plague?
What have you had, Betty? One beer?
I'm just saying, frogs start falling from the sky. Who do they come to? We'd be world renowned.
Make any parent proud.
I bet they would be.
They actually did want me to be a scientist.
I mean, your birth parents.
Guess we'll never know.
I don't understand why you don't want to find out about them.
They're dead. They died before I can remember anything. And why do you always come back to this?
Don't know. Guess I figure there's more to you than you like to show. Guess there couldn't be any less.
Right, so now we come full circle back to that. Nice work, Betty.
Nice work, Betty.
Maybe leave him the fuck alone on a subject he doesn't want to talk about. He's allowed to not talk about major trauma in his life if he doesn't want to process it the way you do.
We all have friends and family members where it's just there's just that one thing is just kind of off limits, and even if you're
the West Wing.
drunk at even if you're drunk at a family reunion, you just know not to bring it up because it's gonna ruin the whole night. And she's doing that to him right now,
She's going straight down his emotional West Wing and touching his rose,
Yeah.
Looking at his magic mirror and all that shit. I don't like it. Stay away from my emotional West Wing, all right, bro? I got a couple of them. Anyway, one beer and she's stuttering.
Yeah.
Like the malicious bitch that she is. I forget the line, but you can't do that, right? I mean, I think I've talked about this in the podcast before, but you can't act drunk. Start a sentence, stop it, and repeat it in movies. Actors aren't good at acting that. It just never sounds real.
You just got to do it. You just got to do it. You got to show up drunk.
I agree. Hey, listen. Quint did it.
Yeah. Leaving Las Vegas, Nicolas Cage, he went to Ireland for 2 weeks before filming and went on a 2-week-long bender. And then while he was sober during most of the production, the casino scene where he's flipping the table, blackout. Right. He doesn't remember doing that scene. He's he went into it going, I'm going to get blackout drunk. I'm going to mention something about losing my son's custody and my wife. Yeah. And that's all he went on. He's I'm going to get fucking hammered and yell about my son while fucking freaking out. And it's fucking awesome.
Dude, I get it because I used to get really kind of drunk on these shows, and then I realized that I had to please our audience of, thousands. And they were all Chris needs to drink, So instead of acting like I'm drinking, I just drink every week instead.
Yeah, it's fair.
So I drink on the show every week because, I don't want to act like I am. I wouldn't be convincing. I don't want to bring the quality of the show down. So
and then I eat enough gummies in between run times for just to have a permanent effect on me. So that's where my joke comes
that's
from.
great. It's great, and that's why people love us.
Yeah.
One of us is drunk, and the other one's like high on gummies, and the other one is
Perpetually.
trying to figure out mating rituals in the Congo.
Yeah, it's with those little finger traps. You got wee stuck in it, and you got to like push them closer before you can pull them apart.
Right. Which everyone knows, but we can't give him that information because he doesn't have internet right now. So
Yeah.
Or $12. Please send that our way so we can give it to him.
www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Subject line $12.
So Bruce is like, okay, I want to talk about my dead parents again. And she's like, you're empty.
Come on.
And that's why we're not together anymore.
Yeah.
So lobby of the lab the next morning, and we meet the lobbying military adjacent snooping pussy who's trying to get in Betty's pants. I fucking hate this guy. Which means he did a really good job. He's like Dennis Leary, but more like crooked or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't mean like corrupt. I mean like his face or his teeth or something.
Yeah, Dennis Leary, he's got a menacing smile. And
yeah, he's like halfway to. He's like,
I got one. I got a Leary gap.
Well, yeah. As of right now.
Yes.
But yeah, Dennis Leary is like somewhere between like a Hollywood actor and Willem Dafoe. He's like halfway through the transition from like an A cast like leading man and Willem Dafoe. He's somewhere in between. Yeah. He's got the angles for it, Anyway, Bruce takes a look at the little bitch Glen in his 3-piece suit, and he's like, "What you doing here, Betty? What are we trying to do?" Because I guess he and Glen have a history.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, and they never explain it. He just knows he hates Glen, and Glen knows he hates Bruce. We never get an explanation.
They are probably on the same rowing team. At their alma mater.
Yeah,
and
probably
they didn't approve of each other's technique. Yeah,
Bruce was the guy in the rear. Yeah, Glen was like, I don't like that.
Paddling,
stroking
all
it.
The paddling.
Yeah, stroking. Commander Sam Elliott is handed some paperwork, and he's like, "How come?" And then we're flashed back to a lab where Betty meets Nick Nolte, the janitor. That's my honest assessment of the quick flash of Sam Elliott, the commander, because I think we're supposed to get that he's got the name tag Ross, and he does too in like the flashbacks. So we're now supposed to know that he's like the guy that kicked the crazy man off the project. But there's no way you know that. Like unless you're
his
Bob,
ranking
you don't
changes.
Know details. Yeah, and he's like way older. Anyway, he's like. Some guy hands him some papers, and he's like, I don't understand. And the guy's like, me neither. And then we go to Betty, who's in a lab, with Nick Nolte, the janitor, which is important, but I'm not going to tell you why yet because the movie doesn't. Bruce is clicking away at his desk on some keyboard shit, and then he takes a look at some Polaroids of him and Betty,
Mm-hmm.
And I think we were talking about what he might be doing with those Polaroids. A little earlier. Betty's dad, it's revealed, is the military douche from the beginning who kicked out the scientist from the project where he's injecting himself, and he leaves his daughter. This is in the flashback when he's younger. Leaves his daughter in an ice cream parlor because some emergency is happening. Yeah. Right. Nuke goes off maybe, and then Bruce Banner is Eric Bana, full grown, picks her up as a child, spins her around, and then grabs her face like he's gonna choke her to death from her face or something. I don't know, really weird. And then we find out that it's Betty's dream, but also part of the way they tell the story in this movie is that this shit happened too. Commander Daddy left her.
It's all repressed. Yeah, they're all haunted by their past.
So who knows? I don't really know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happened. I don't know what did happen and what didn't happen. I'm pretty sure
you don't know what's present. You don't know what's future, and you don't know what's in the past. Yeah. Every time you say the past, you got to go past.
Yeah. Okay. I will. Bruce leaves the lab. This is at night. and janitor Nolte snoops around the office looking for Banner DNA. Lucky for him, Hulk was just diddling around with the old photos under his desk, so there may be some DNA after all.
There might be some goo.
Yeah, some Bruce juice, maybe.
Bruce juice.
Back at his home, Nick Nolte's got this lab where he's making like experiments with Bruce's hair. He even does the like little thing where he like flicks the tube while he's looking at it. You know, like scientists like have a thing they're trying to like distill and they like flick the tube. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does that. So you know he knows what he's doing. So now it's okay. So it's revealed that Nick Nolte, the janitor, is crazy scientist who also is Bruce Banner's dad, which is like all too familiar. You know, it's like all too incestual.
The world's too small. It's like the problem with most bad movies is like this giant conspiracy's happening like at your neighbor's house. You know, it's just like it's too connected. Too connected.
Yeah, it's small world. You know. So we get that douche Glen in the 3-piece suit. We get him back. So let's go to the clip here. It's Glen.
It is.
Morning.
Really
I'll drop by.
What's he doing here? You know, Dr. Krensler, you and I have never had the chance to get to know each other properly. Well, it's because I don't want to get to know you properly or improperly. So leave. Hey, no worries. You know, let me give you a little heads up. There's a hair's breadth between friendly offer and hostile takeover. I've done my homework. The work you're doing here is dynamite. Think. GIs embedded with technology that makes them instantly repairable on the battlefield, in our sole possession. That's a hell of a business.
Well, it's not what we're doing here. We're doing the basic science for everyone.
You know, someday I'm gonna write a book. And I'm gonna call it When Stupid Ideals Happen to Smart, Penniless Scientists. In the meantime, Bruce, you will be hearing from me.
I like when he says ideas, and it sounds like he's trying to say ideals, and he
says
like
ideals. I got caught up on that too. Yeah, ideals.
Ideals.
Too many. Too many syllables for one word for sure. It also, when he writes the book, what's the subject? Like, it's literally just about Bruce Banner, and he's just like railing on Bruce Banner for the whole book.
What a chump! Good one.
So third lab geek that we met earlier, I didn't introduce him because he doesn't matter, except for that he fucks something up in the lab, and Bruce saves him by throwing him out of the way in the same room where the gamma explosion happens. Anyway, so like he's definitely, his goose is cooked anyway. But oh my god, the gamma's too high. So Bruce stands in front of it to shield the others, and he wakes up in a hospital. Should be dead. The effect though, I felt like the effect where he gets flashed was supposed to look like Plan 9. Like, you know, it looks like shit. But I think
like
that was
fucking
intentional.
dog shit, dude.
It really
when he's holding
did.
when he's holding on like the negative and the positive pole, and like he looks like have you ever seen the show Tom Goes to the Mayor? It's like a Tim and Eric show where like they're just like photographed in like blue and white pencil. It looks like that. It's bad.
It looks like a photo negative, but if you can like green hue the entire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it just looked like total dog shit, and I hated it. So he should be dead, but he wakes up in the hospital, and then Bruce is like saying to Betty, "Oh, the nanomeds worked." Mm-hmm. Where did he get nanomeds? I'm really confused. Because isn't that human testing? If they gave him nanomeds out of nowhere that were supposed to be like flashed with gamma radiation?
Yeah,
I don't remember him sucking down a bag of nanomeds. Do you?
No, it's probably in the director's cut. That's like another hour long. And they had to cut it for like brevity.
Because like there's a bag with like the biohazard sign on it where like every time something like this in the movie happens, that bag is like like vacuumed in, like sucked in.
Yeah, it looks like one of those volcano vaporizers where the bag fills up with the smoke, and then you like suck the smoke out of the bag.
Yeah,
You know,
right. Yeah. And then you have a really, really horrible night because you like
yeah,
cannot
because you're watching
escape.
Hulk and you're stoned off your ass.
Yeah.
like yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. That.
Yeah.
But Bruce never does that, to my knowledge. Never
No.
like inhales the big bong-smoking nanomeds.
Yeah.
But he's never felt better.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about you play that first abuser?
First abuser. So wait. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Bruce, this isn't funny. I was watching you. You were gonna die, and I was gonna have to watch you die.
I can't
Bruce,
believe I almost watched you die. How would I watch you die?
I love the setup too. Like, Bruce, this isn't funny. You were going to die, and I was going to have to watch you die. Like, he was talking about like how he fell out of a ladder in his backyard when he had a chainsaw trying to like cut a tree limb he shouldn't have been reaching for down.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many situations this applies to. Like, you shoot. I was about to watch you die. You should not be laughing, but like the dad is like, oh my god, that chainsaw really almost entered my heart. I really would have been dead right in front of you, Betty.
Yeah.
That was 13 inches away from death. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Fucking no change out.
Unbeknownst to him, the Gamma unleashed the Hulk show, which is a special cocktail of nanomeds, gamma radiation, and whatever his dad injected himself.
Microbes.
Like, whatever his dad passed to him through sperm.
Yeah.
And microbes. And the Bruce juice.
Yeah. The Bruce juice. Ugh.
David juice in this case. So Nolte visits Bruce in the hospital. He says, I'm your daddy. He says, Jackrabbit slapped the bear and all this. Bruce is like, you're a liar. Get out of here. Back at his home lab, Nolte, who has gamma equipment and nanomeds somehow, blasts a rat with this shit just to see what it does. Rat gets all mad, you know? He's like, oh, I can use this. So Betty meets Commander Daddy for lunch. He asks questions about the research and Bruce, and she's like, I thought you wanted to be my dad. And he's like, I don't know, I kind of do. And then she storms off. Because, like, you know, that's shitty to, like, think you're there for lunch and meet your dad. But for the 80th time that you went to meet him for lunch, he asked you about military secrets in your lab and stuff.
Yeah, he just asked me to co-sign, like, this like, cashier's check to a Nigerian prince because he's getting scammed for the 100th time.
Right. This guy, he's sending $1 million. I know. He's sending $1 million, baby.
He's already used her social security number, like, over the past decades. And, like, he needs, like, a new line of credit to, like, further ruin her future. And that's the only time he appears in her life.
She's making bank off the nanomeds, but she keeps, like, going bankrupt because he's, like, got to fuel his Nigerian prince.
Just fucking everywhere.
I don't know. One of them's going to pay off, Betty, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
She calls Bruce to update him on the visit with Daddy, and Bruce just misses picking up the phone. Like, she leaves a voicemail, and he, like, tries to get to it, but not really. And he gets so mad. He's sent to do a blind rage because he missed her call that he transforms into the Hulk for the first time at the lab.
Yeah.
Completely destroying it, by the way. Like, he got so mad that he didn't answer the phone in time that he destroyed the entire lab.
My note on my phone that I'm looking at right now is he wrecked a lot of science in a very short amount of time. Because that's a government funded, like, that's like $1 billion initiative. And he's just like, oh, this big sphere with wires. I'm just going to yank that out of the ground and fucking throw it through all the computers.
Yeah.
That are, like, made by NASA.
Right.
Awesome.
I mean, that giant, like, gamma ball that he picked up and, like, threw through the wall. Like, how much did that fucking thing cost? The Hulk couldn't pick it up. It was so heavy.
They could have put, like, every American through college for free if they didn't just fucking destroy that thing.
And he's just Hulk smashing the whole lab because he missed the fucking phone call, Betty.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hulk sees Papa Nolte in the closet, and he stops raging for a second until he remembers that Papa murdered Mama. So we get a really rough Nick Nolte acting moment here in Boots.
We do. Here we go.
David, what's going on?
I gotta talk to you, Edith.
I don't want to go off on a tangent, but just Danny Elfman composed the score for this, and it actually hits pretty fucking hard. But go ahead.
Yeah, I do kind of enjoy that.
Yeah,
it's kind of nice. They overused it, I think.
Yeah, they did.
We got Danny on the project, so we're just gonna like blast it every time we think you might feel an emotion to amplify it.
Yeah.
Betty finds Bruce naked except for his magical shorts on her living room floor, so he gives her a recap on the night, which is pretty fucking weird. Let's check out another clip where Eric Bana's Bruce Banner. Eric Bana, Bruce Banner. Wow, didn't realize how close those were.
Yeah.
Anyway, really weird shit from him. This is Boom.
There was some sort of explosion. They wouldn't let us into the building. I was worried about you.
I'm okay.
What happened to you last night?
I had the most vivid dream. It was like being born, coming up for air, light hitting my face, screaming, my heartbeat.
Regular dream.
Like boom, boom.
They make some choices in this fucking movie, man.
You know, like when you're like having like one of your sleep paralysis nightmares and Aaron's shaking you awake or Stacy shaking you awake, and you like, what happened? Yeah. Well, you know, you were there and you were there. Then.
Yeah, you know, I was just like, I was in the dream and I was like, and then I went full on ass cheek. I was like, I do know something about that. I'm not going to tell the story again, even though it's been like 180 episodes since I have.
www.theworstmovieevermade.com. If you want to hear Chris tell the full on ass cheek story, you go through the archives. It's early.
You'll find it.
Yeah, you'll find it.
But don't listen to those. Those are bad episodes.
Yeah, they're pretty terrible. www.theworstmovieevermade.com.
Commander Daddy interrupts breakfast to confront Bruce. He sends Betty away, but she's too curious to keep a low profile. She goes to see Papa Nolte to ask him a couple of questions. He gives her a straight, he gives it to her straight, but awkwardly also steals her scarf.
Yeah.
Which that was really funny. He like sits down next to her and he's like, listen, beautiful woman like you shouldn't be anywhere near my son because he's twisted and all gamma genetic freak fucking loser. I hate him. And let me just smell you real quick. And like behind his back, he's just like grabbing her scarf. And she notices that, which made it an even more awkward moment. It's like he wasn't even sly about it. And they don't address that she ever realized. They just like do camera work where you can tell she realizes, but she doesn't use that to her advantage or anything. So.
As you said, they make some choices with this movie.
Dude, wait until we get into the fucking Shakespearean acting later. You'll know what I'm talking about because that's what we literally named it. But Fucking Christ. Anyway, we do have a clip to throw to now, and that one is called Tad Dramatic.
Indeed.
He gets released, and a month later your lab is destroyed. What a coincidence. So you're just not going to tell me where he is, are you?
How many times do I have to tell you I'd like to help you, but I just don't know?
You know who I am, right, Banner?
You're Betty's father. You're a high-ranking general.
Let's cut the crap. I'm the guy who had your father tossed away, and a lot more like him, and I'll do the same with you if I feel so disposed. You understand?
If you had him tossed away, then why are you asking me? I don't remember. I was always told my father was dead.
Don't play with me! You were 4 years old when you saw it.
When I saw what?
You were right there. How could anyone forget a thing like that?
What?
Stuff.
Oh, some repressed memories.
You were like, oh, you don't remember?
I'm sorry, son. You're an even more screwed up mess than I thought you'd be.
I love his ironclad argument was like, come on, you were 4. Of course you remember.
Yeah, for real. I don't remember shit from when I was 4.
Yeah.
Maybe that, dude, I might have one. You got any from when you were 4?
It's at a slow shutter speed, you know? It's like fragments of like days, but you don't remember like the granular shit. Yeah.
I have a very detailed image in my head, but it's just one. Yeah. And it was the Tonka truck mountain that I had. And I wasn't like a Tonka truck kid either. It was just like, I don't know, probably 2 weeks after Christmas or something. Like there wasn't wrapping paper or anything anywhere in the image.
Yeah.
But it's like the new thing that I was like totally fucking into. And it was like a Tonka truck
that sat
on top of this mountain. It was cool.
I've always had you pegged as more of a Hess truck guy.
No, fuck that, man. My kids are into Hess trucks. Right. I never understood it.
No,
never understood. But you know how you have the aunt and uncle.
A promo for a gas station on wheels. Yeah, my uncle was really into Hess trucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you got the aunt or uncle that like have a thing with your kids. They like get your kids the thing, like whatever they're into. Like I've got an aunt and uncle that are like into getting my kids Hess truck stuff. Yeah. I don't know, maybe because they're into Hess truck.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I don't know.
Tell that. Anyway, if you want to laugh with us instead of just listening to us talk about stupid shit for another 4 minutes, let's send it over to Sam Elliott, who we just heard being a tad dramatic, saying his like very specific tagline from this movie, which apparently only says twice. I was so disappointed. I thought he said it like 30 times in this movie. Yeah. This is natural life number 1.
One more thing. If you ever come within 1,000 yards of my daughter again, I'll put you away for the rest of your natural life.
Dude, and it's not even a threat because he's a mutant. He doesn't have a natural life. He has an unnatural life.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Thank you so much.
He has a laboratory synthesized life. So what about that
if
one?
If anybody has a natural
Commander
life,
Daddy.
It's not this guy. It's not this one guy. It's like the double elimination tournament and over the top. Like the one time that you shouldn't be using that line is right now.
Yeah.
With this guy.
Yeah.
For real. Anyway, Bruce is told not to go to see Betty. He gets a visit from Glen, the lobbying tool bag. Papa calls him and says, my dogs are going to eat Betty. And Glen and Papa and all that stuff, Commander Daddy, all make Hulk go real mad because Glen punches him in the head and he's like, hey, am I making you mad or whatever? Anyway, let's throw it to another clip after the fight ensues because it's hilarious. It's so awkward. Yeah. Let's go green light.
You pathetic freak.
But isn't dangerous? Why do you shoot me, kill?
I can state the obvious. Something tells me you aren't in much of a position to be making stupid threats to anyone.
Talbot.
Yeah?
You're making me angry.
Oh, am I?
Incredible.
Dude, incredible for sure. Throw it to the tuber for that pun. But imagine like your heart just gets 3 times bigger and it's pumping like gamma blood through like the fittest body you could possibly have. It probably would feel pretty good.
Yeah, it's probably like blasting a rope while chugging a Four Loko or something. You know?
Yeah, probably that. Which I think is what Bob's doing in the Congo as we speak.
Yeah, we'll get a full report upon his return.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, when he gets back with his notes. After becoming the Hulk, Bruce escapes his home and heads to protect Betty at hers because remember, Papa Nolte said he was sending his like crazy dogs. I didn't even mention the dogs. He's got 3 dogs, and he pumps it full of rat gamma radiation, nanobot technology, plus the shit he like shot into himself when somehow he's passed that like semen onto his dogs and sent it out to like because they're like Hulk dogs. I don't really know. Anyway, he's shooting them over to Betty's. So Hulk like beats up Glen and then like gets shot by a bunch of bullets, but they don't pierce the skin because he's the Hulk, right? So bullets don't matter.
Yeah.
And then he goes and defends Betty against all of these like mutated mutts. So once the mutated mutts are dead, Bruce and his magic shorts collapse on the ground, transforming back into Eric Bana. Wait a minute. Nope. No magic shorts this time. We get to see Eric
he's
Bana's
naked.
entire ass. Yeah.
Completely?
Good.
Naked.
Says Heifer. But at least we don't get the splits and some ball sack in this one because John Claude was like on a pond split, right there on the shore.
Yeah.
We've seen some sack like into the sand for sure. But not Eric Bana. He's got Yeah. But then he like gets all pissed off when he like opens the door to Betty's car and he like starts choking her.
Yeah.
Which is like the most character damaging thing that I've like, why did we do that? Why did we I'll tell you why, so that she gets scared. Because she gets scared enough to call Commander Daddy, who shows up the next morning and tranquilizes him and hauls him off into some big desert underground holding facility for Hulks because they have that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then they spend some fucking money.
In case.
Yeah.
Just in case
this
incredibly specific thing happens, we have everything we need right here.
Yes. Thank God. What else is the trillions of dollars that the U.S. spends on their military?
Feeding the homeless, housing low-income families. Health care.
No.
Making it so your insurance pays for not only your body but the other holes in your head that you somehow have to pay other insurance for. Like, no,
listen,
Hulk chamber.
America,
just in case.
America is not about its citizens, dude. It's about its strength. Okay,
it's about
our
military malfeasance.
And happy because we're super scary. Remember that.
Yes, because we brush our teeth with guns.
Yes, we. Well, I mean, I bet you there's somebody out there that has the bristles of a toothbrush on the end of like an AK.
The bristle bump stock or something. Yeah,
for sure. Anyway, they spend a lot of money on their sets. Like I'm noticing that when they're like bringing them underground.
The dollars spent do show on screen, but also like the yellow railing and those circle things. There's a playground near my house where it's like that's just a carousel. Those are railings for a carousel, or like one of those those little trampolines that are like ground level. And like they dig in, it's like a ground level trampoline.
Carousel.
Yeah, it looked like playground stuff, like just painted fluorescent like yellow. Yeah, it could be. I could be wrong. That's what it looks like.
You're right. No, I think you're right.
Yeah.
So let's go to another. It's basically an abuser. Let's throw to Natural Life number 2 because he's threatening Betty about Bruce. I think in this moment.
Yeah. Here we go.
We're buried out here in the middle of nowhere. How long are you going to keep them sedated?
For the rest of his natural life, if I have to.
You said I could trust you.
I mean, I don't know why it's so funny. Why is Sam Elliott saying that line so funny to me?
Because it's like funny, categorically not true. He doesn't have a natural life. He has a synthetically generated life. We have gamma rays and microbes and
I think it's that, but I think also that just that they allowed the repeat, like not intentionally, like the script writers didn't catch that it was twice. I mean, it's got to be that. It can't be Sam Elliott didn't have the power to be like, I like that line. Let me say it one more time later, make it a tagline. Because they would have to do it 3 times to make it a tagline.
I write for a living, and the one thing I always try to overlook is like if I call like something chaotic, I try not to say it's chaotic like 3 paragraphs later.
Yeah, that's why I was so pissed off before when I said results twice in one sentence.
Like I will control F and type a word I think I used twice just so it shows up on the Finder, and I'm like, okay, I got to get rid of one of them.
Well, I don't write for a living because we don't get paid to do this, even though we need $12 to send to the Congo immediately. Yeah. We do not take any revenue from this.
www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Subject line $12 for Bob. We get so many emails, thousands daily, that we need to sort it by the subject line. Okay,
help someone in need. We don't know what he's doing right now. We're afraid of the ropes and the finger traps and all
just biting on a piece of tile as they flog him with bamboo, just trying to keep his screams from punctuating the night.
Which I thought I heard something, but it could have been one of our clips. Who knows? Papa Nolte drinks biomeds and gammas and and microbes and all this.
Yeah.
Why is that phrase repeating itself? He can then become like other things?
Yeah, sure.
Or something? I don't know that this villain that he is has a name, like in comic book history. Maybe it does. You tell me. Write us. Email us. Where at?
www.theworstmovieevermade.com or worstmovieevermade@gmail.com.
You just click the little envelope. That looks like mail, and then you send it virtually to us, and then we virtually read it.
Electronically.
Like it was a piece of paper in front of us.
Yeah.
And then we'll respond. And while you're doing it, make fun of us. Tell us, that we're ugly. And that
I need an excuse to buy a third monitor that goes right here where I'm playing.
No, it's got to go on the other side of the room so you can, and with a keyboard. So you can roll your
so I can run over, command center. Man bear.
And then say, I'm in.
I'm in.
Dude, if we can, we got to find something to hack so you can do that live. And actually hack into something.
Be like,
I'm in.
Yeah.
It'd be sick. Anyway.
I'm down.
Let's talk about Nick Nolte's villain a little bit more. Like I said, I don't know that he's got a villain name in the comic book series. I am curious if he's like
I'm not a comic book. He doesn't end up being Red Hulk, does he? There's a Red Hulk in canon, right?
No. He doesn't. He becomes like Rocky Mountain Surface Hulk for a minute.
Rocky Mountain Surface. Yeah.
Which I think we see like Sylvester Stallone drive by in his like hawk towing or whatever truck.
Yeah.
But anyway, with his new power, he is interrupted as he's discovering it for himself. He's getting like a little handsy, and some security guard comes in and asks him what's going on. This is Essence.
Oh, here we go.
What's happening here?
My hand. You see the strength of my son's DNA combined with nanomed reconstruction? You see, I can partake with the essences of all things.
No.
I'll have to ask you to put your hands up, pal, okay? Nice and easy.
Do you really believe that I am separate from you?
And that's the picture-in-picture we were talking about. It shows his foot stomping on the grate that launches the guy. But it's also a close-up of the other guy's face while it happens.
So he's not threatening, right? I mean, he picks up a computer tower thing and slams the guy. So I don't feel like he has any fucking with Hulk possibility at this point.
No, no, those are two different playing fields for sure.
But it does escalate quickly, as people like to say.
It does.
Like we find out like what his power really is, which I'm still not sure.
Yeah.
Because he's like the strength of my son's DNA and nanomed reconstruction has made it so that I can partake in the essence of all things. And then he like grabs a thing with his hand and just like becomes part of it and then smashes this guy. And I'm like, I don't really understand what that means at all. Do you? Because I don't know what that means.
No, this goes into the junk science category that you bring up. Or it's like, I know it's an established intellectual property, but like, you're going for a broad audience. The less you explain, the better. Set up a very simple logic of what needs to happen, and then let the film's internal logic let it play out for you, and like trust your audience to know what's happening.
Agreed.
You know,
you don't need crazy scientist daddy who like explains exactly what's happening in the moment to us, so that we can justify
he could
it.
literally say this shit happened, and now he goes blah, and like that's it. That's enough.
Exactly.
That's all you need.
That's what you.
And the less you speak, the less potential to contradict yourself later.
Yeah, true.
Because you're not forfeiting possible loopholes down the line. Yeah.
Betty visits Commander Daddy, which I have another abuser here. You want to just play it?
Oh, let's do it. Abuser 2. Let me just get the setup. There you go. Nice.
That's Commander Daddy. He's so mad because he's no longer in charge of the government. Not government, but he's no longer in charge of this project.
Yeah.
And the testing of the Hulk, who is under government supervision, is now under it's all under Glen's supervision, not Commander Daddy's. So he goes
classic like beat cop like investigating a homicide, and it's like, I'm in charge of this investigation, and the FBI guy's like, not anymore, you're not. You know, like one of those.
Not anymore, you're not.
Yeah.
So Glen tries to make Bruce do the like Hulk thing by going in there and tasing him, but Bruce resists. So Glen then puts him into a Banta tank to trigger nightmares with lab tech, because you can conveniently do that in this universe. Just like make nightmares happen in someone's head. So Papa Nolte is at Betty's house now, trying to make a deal. Let me see Bruce and I'll turn myself in, he says. He admits to trying to kill his son instead of his wife. So we find out he did murder his wife, but accidentally. He was actually trying to kill Bruce. A little whoopsie-doo.
That's a Tim Robinson skit right there. Like, he's in jail, or he's on trial for like murdering. He's like, no, I actually tried murdering my son, so it's
I
good.
was trying to kill my
no,
son. Okay? I did not kill my wife.
It's actually good, because like, I didn't mean to do that. It just happened. Just trying to talk himself out of it.
This also, the admission, like in the world of Jennifer Connelly, right? Like, she is given this story by Nick Nolte, and somehow the telepathy like travels to the Hulk who's in the Banta tank, and he like hears that from 1,000 miles away and gets mad in the desert in the nightmare chamber, and because Nick Nolte like admitted to it in real time. Like 1,000 miles away, he like becomes the Hulk. I don't understand how that happens. It's another one of these like dream sequence, like makes actual story plot move along. I don't fucking get it at all. Anyway, back at the base, he escapes the Banta tank, breaks out of that shit, and they throw sleeping gas at him. That has no effect on him. He just sneezes like a little bit. He just goes and then full panic. Everybody's like, fucking holy shit. He gets into the hallway. Glen goes for the foam. Glen like overrides Commander Ross's commands, even though he's not in charge. I don't know who's in fucking charge. They don't either. Let's throw to it's the opener, but a little extended. We're going with Boom 2.
Talbot, talk to me.
Under control, General. I'll let you know if we need you.
Unacceptable. Unseat your asses down there immediately. I want a full court evacuation now. I'm shutting you down.
Lock down.
Didn't you hear what the general said?
How can he do that?
Down. Here! I need to stand below him. All right, come on. Let's take it easy, buddy. This might give you a bit of a sting here, Bruce. Clear your weapon. Clear. Give me the M2. So long, big boy.
That is where it really goes off the rails for those transition scenes.
Yeah.
The one where there's like nothing but fire behind him, and then they like outline him like he's a sticker on an iPhone now.
Yeah. It's like what was a Superman film where like Zod gets like folded into a cube as he flies out into space? Is that Superman? It's
Don't know. Haven't seen it.
the
I don't like Superman.
the floating cube, you know? I think it's, I don't know. I'm not, once again, aside from like that giant Marvel binge I did as a joke for a 1 minute segment on our show, I'm not into the type of fights.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That was hell.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Superman because I'm into overpowered guys, like overdogs, but I'm not into guys that are like Superman strength where they can just like, they have like literally one weakness and it's on a planet somewhere in a different galaxy. Like that's not enough for me. Like you need to be able to lose, you know? Yeah. Full scale attack on the Titan as he just resists bullets. He escapes the lab to visit his old home right up the road. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Little hop, skip, and a jump. He's like in his old home.
The old like the Hills Have Eyes neighborhood that they're using as like a facade house nuclear testing ground place. Right?
Yeah, that where Indiana Jones like is just crawling out of her fridge.
Yeah,
right there.
And then a bunch of fucking like hill people are just raping everybody.
Yeah, right. The bartender in Champagne and Bullets is there.
Yeah.
So they bomb him and tank him and shit, but no good. He defends against the tanks. Destroys them all. Commander Daddy calls the President of the United States in our next clip Mr. President, which is so awesome. Please take it away.
Mr. President, I have some bad news, sir.
Well, let's have it, General.
I've briefed the President on Angry Man. I assume that's what this is about.
It is, ma'am. I'm requesting a National Command Authority override. Angry Man is unsecure. I need everything we have at my disposal in order to stop his movement.
You're expecting civilian casualties, General?
Not if I can help it, ma'am.
Consider it done. Keep us posted.
I love how in movies, whatever year the movie takes place, they got to have like a fictional analog to the current president.
Yeah, right.
Like White House Down,
it's
black
weird
guy.
Because he's like
George Bush.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like he was a good mix between like Bush and Al Gore, though.
Yeah, I can see that.
He looked more Gore-ish, but he was fly fishing, so that's Bush, right?
Yeah. That's Dick Cheney before he shoots someone in the face.
Well, yeah. Cheney was.
It's always of the era, and that's kind of funny.
The POTUS.
Because like, who cares? Yeah. You watch a movie 30 years from now, you don't care like it was George Bush or like Al Gore, you know?
No, not at all.
It's like no one's paying attention to that
Angry
shit.
Man.
Yeah.
They like named him Angry Man.
Operation Angry Man.
That's just fucking insane. Anyway, 3 helicopters now take on the Hulk. They bomb him and eventually overpower him. They assume he's dead, and they fly away without his body.
Yeah,
they don't care to exhume the site where he was buried.
Just like Bin Laden.
You know, he's like an ultimately strong, undefeated, juggernaut,
bulletproof. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, "Hey, he's probably dead
Yeah,
under that."
job
like,
well
little bit of
done. Let's
rubble.
just get out. Let's get
Yeah.
out of here. They have jalapeno poppers at Fridays, half off. Let's go.
Fuck, man, I'm in.
Yeah.
But it turns out he's still alive, and he's headed for San Francisco. So somebody
Yeah.
calls Commander Daddy, and they're like, "Hey, Angry Man's on his way to see your daughter." And Commander Daddy's like, well, I better, like, do something about that." So he sends planes at Angry Man, and
Mm-hmm.
he on the Golden Gate Bridge, of course. And then, like, Angry Man goes underwater, and they bomb him. And Betty calls, and she's like, "Hey, is that you? Is that you out there? Like, I'm at a diner, and I can see out the window that there's military planes bombing the bay where the Golden Gate Bridge is. Is that Angry Man in the pond over there? Or are you bombing him? Like, are you gonna, like, you're killing him with bombs, right?" And he's like, "I'm sorry, Betty. It needs to be done." And she's like, "Well, like, do you have to kill him?
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Because I don't think you're going to kill him." Here's our next clip. This is Rage.
Dad?
Ready? We don't have a choice. I have to destroy him.
But you can't. You will only fuel his rage and you will make him stronger.
It's you he's coming for, you know that?
Then let me go to him. Please. Just give him a chance to calm down.
You will only fuel his rage.
Yeah.
She knows the sciences. She's like a microbe specialist. So she knows about the nanobots and the gamma. And like what like phase he's in right now. He's in like only enraged mode. Like bombs don't do anything. They just make him mad. She knows that because of sciences. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like into all that shit.
She's
Commander
a proper
Daddy
rage
lets Betty
analyst.
go. Yeah, exactly. She's a geologist, so she's a doctor.
Yeah.
Commander Daddy lets Betty go to the Angry Man, and she calms him down. Then, for another added element of complete fucking mystery, they let Hulk see Papa Nolte. Make good on the thing that Papa Nolte said when he was like, "Let me see him, and I'll turn myself in." So they're like, "Yeah, okay, turn yourself in, and then we'll let you loose with Hulk again for literally no reason that makes any sense to any viewer." So we have a confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce says his mom smelled like desert flowers.
Yes.
And that sends Papa Nolte into our first tailspin. And we got a two-parter, so why don't you just play them back to back, and then I'll make a little commentary in between to make it less dry.
Yeah, this one is
This is Shakespeare.
No, it's and then Shakespeare, right?
Sure. Yeah, because that's Shakespeare.
For me, my cells can transform too, absorb enormous amounts of energy, but unlike you, they're unstable. So, I need your strength. I gave you life. Now you must give it back to me. Only a million times more radiant, more powerful. Stop! Stop! What? Stop! What? Think of all those men out there in their uniforms, barking and swallowing orders, inflicting their petty rule over the entire globe. Think of all the harm they've done to you, to me, to humanity. And know this, that we can make them and their flags and their anthems and their governments disappear in a flash. You and me are at a time. Oh, that's your answer. And indeed you
Jesus fucking Christ, what is happening?
Yeah. Are you ready for that?
So
part two?
Yeah, but I just want to say, before we throw it to part two, they make it like they are in a standoff, and there's no music, there's no audio whatsoever. So they wanted to isolate this like Broadway atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because they were like, we've got Eric Bana, we've got Nick Nolte going head to head in this fucking actor battle, and they're going to fucking destroy this scene. And then they give them this like really weird dialogue and make them act it like as over as possible, and it just makes shit really fucking crazy.
And destroy it they shall.
Let's see part 2. This is Shakespeare.
Shall die and be reborn a hero of the kind that walked the earth long before the pale religions of civilization infected humanity's soul. Go!
Wow. Wowie kabowie.
So after that, his dad's like, watch me go. And then he like pops off the cap on like a cable and takes a bite and electrocutes himself. And then becomes a giant lightning monster. He like throws the Hulk around in the sky, and then he becomes like a rock and pond monster. And he sucks the like Hulk juice out of Bruce. And that's where we come to one more and the final. I promise. I swear to God, this is it.
We were heavy this week,
Last
guys,
clip.
so thanks for bearing with us.
Well, they got to see it, man. They got to know what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
They clearly don't watch the movie. They got to watch it here. This is ambient.
Strange. We're reading a phenomenal drop in temperatures there. Simultaneous radiological activity.
They're absorbing all the ambient energy. Relax.
Sleep now, Bruce, and forget forever. Struggle no more, and give me all of your power.
You think you can live with it?
Take it! Take it all! Yes.
Was that before or after he bites like the wiring and then like
Yeah,
gets all fried
after.
up?
Yeah.
All right.
After. That was fucking hilarious, though. So he bites that, becomes the lightning storm, carries Bruce into a pond where he like sucks the Bruce juice out, and then he becomes this giant puddle, like that bubbles into a gamma Nick Nolte power like balloon. I don't know what the fuck. And then Commander Daddy's like, I see a Papa Nolte bubble. I'm gonna fucking like throw a nuke in there, see what happens. And we see Eric Bana like laying in the water, and he seems okay. So 1 year later, we find out he did survive somehow because he's in Colombia.
Yeah.
Some place like that, and he's like hustling drugs with like Colombian guys, and he's like trying to be a good doctor, and these Colombian like drug lords are like, hey, stop it. And he's like, you wouldn't want to make me angry, which implies that he's still like hulkish and his eyes go
But
green.
he's able to temper it.
Yeah.
Now he knows like it's not on a hair trigger. He can like
I guess so.
He can now channel his rage and like become, for the sequel that never happened.
Right, exactly. I want to know how Nick Nolte's character, who becomes like this giant, like ballooned, like amorphous blob of energy, how we know that he can't just absorb the nuke power. Also,
that's a very good point. That's a very good question.
Like, how do we know he's not alive?
www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Shoot us an email. We don't know anything about comic books aside just enough to make fun of them and come up with terms like Rocky Mountain Surface Hulk and Bruce Juice and Nightmare Lab Tech Trigger Tanks. So
right, yeah, exactly. That's correct. But I want to know if it's possible that Papa Nolte is still out there somewhere. Like,
yeah.
Like, is he just like a mountain now? because that sounds lonely. But he could be.
Oh man.
Anyway, so yeah, Bruce is alive, and Betty and Commander Daddy are like, Commander Daddy's like, let me know, Betty, if you see him, and Betty's like, I wouldn't tell you if I did, and that's the way the movie ends, and it sucks.
Yeah, great. They made choices.
All right, let's start to what we're watching.
Sure.
Typically, when I look for something new to watch, it's
raining little white women. My prayers have been answered.
And this is what we're watching.
All right. You want to start this off?
Number one for me, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. If you're not a Game of Thrones fan and you don't have COVID, then you can't relate to me right now. But I'm watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Episode 1 just came out a couple nights ago. I just watched it with my wife last night. She's not as into it as I am so far, but guy like full-fledged, like just diarrheas on the side of a tree. You get to see all the poo come pouring out of his butt. And I won't forget that soon. And other than that, it's like kind of fun. So I'm enjoying it. Also, Rob and I, we've talked about Frasier on the show before many a time. Aaron and I are just like, mid-season 3 right now.
That's a cozy show for me. We just, at nighttime when we're in bed, we have the projector in the bedroom. It's like Frasier season 1, episode 1, and we just roll it to the end and start over.
Oh, yeah. Although the first season, I gotta say, his hair is fucking insane.
The mullet, yeah.
Yeah, he's like one of those dudes that doesn't want to admit that he has lost his hair. So like, he just like has as thick as he can grow in the back and on the sides, but it's like obviously not there on top. So he just looks
hasn't
like
found his like Picard stride yet,
Right. Yeah. I mean, he tames the back and sides in season like 2 and 3. After 20 episodes, he's like, instead of looking like a fucking insane person, I'm gonna keep it tight to the head at least.
Yeah.
What I do have, which I appreciate.
Nice.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. I watched The Rip on Netflix. It's like a Matt Damon and Ben Affleck heist film that just came out straight to streaming.
The Rip.
And it's just like they do like a drug raid. They're called rips. They find a large sum of cash. Motives are unclear. Loyalties are tested. Matt Damon went on record going like movies for streaming are now written for distracted viewers, but I think it's a step in the right direction because like, it's such a complex heist that like I was paying full attention to it, and I was like, all right, if I were folding laundry, I would have enjoyed it, but I also enjoyed it not folding laundry. And then also Black Phone 2, the sequel to the Black Phone.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Ethan Hawke, dude. It goes into like Nightmare on Elm Street territory where like he like gets people in their dreams, but it's like it's doing its own thing. Like because like Nightmare on Elm Street's been around so long, like it created the trope, and they use that trope.
Yeah,
but they use it really well, and they use it really originally, and like the scenery is really like nice to look at, and they have these weird like grainy analog sequences. It's fucking creepy. It's
cool,
solid. Black Phone 2. I think it made enough money to go into franchise territory, and everybody involves like, unless we have a compelling story that pushes this forward meaningfully, we're not going to do a third one. But as soon as there is one, we will. So I think it's a new franchise, a new good franchise. So I'm pretty stoked on that.
Rob, question.
Yeah.
Do you have 5 or 6 black rings that you keep popping on and off screen, or is it you wrapping your microphone cord around your fingers?
I have like my wedding ring, and I got this over here, but that's it.
Yeah, you keep wrapping that around your fingers. You think?
No.
Okay.
Oh, maybe this is it. Maybe I'm doing this. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're doing that. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad. Yeah, it's a little.
No, it's okay. I don't mind. I needed an answer. Because I thought there was some like Chris Angel mind freaking going on, and I was a little uncomfortable.
Wait, I know the cat's cradle things where you go like that, and you go like that, and you get like a broomstick out of it.
Wow! Look at all that. Hot damn, man!
I used to have
totally
my sister had a book.
Can you hover?
My sister had a what?
Can you hover?
Like, no.
Off ground?
Wait! Check it out.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait.
Wow! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! He is levitating.
Yeah.
Speaking of special, this is a special bad credit names.
All right.
So let's
Here we
throw
go.
it to it. You're gonna be pissed off. At least I was.
Another copyright.
Rudolfo Domingia, Upi Paraco, Artist Robinson, Cliff Fleming, Hilmar Cox,
Oh, can I say some words?
and Bryce Cox Jr.
And Bowser Jr. And Lenny Jr. And 6'7" Jr. and 6'7".
Goddamn.
Bye.
Of all the things we get copyright takedowns for, by the way, it's this fucking song in the background. I don't want to lose you tonight.
That's amazing. Yeah, so my kid came in like the room when I was trying to record Hulk names for the background names segment there, and he just started interrupting, and I thought it was funny because he was like, "Hey, can I say some stuff while you're recording?" Because he just wants to hear himself, you know. Yeah. And he's like, and I was like, "Okay, go ahead." Like, basically gave him the thumbs up, and he was like, "I said, what was it, Bryce Cox Jr." So Luke was like, "Bowser Jr., Lemmy Jr., 6'7" Jr." And I was like, "Oh God, almighty, fuck my life." And then he started saying 6'7" again, and I just cut him off. So you could not a full 7 because I'm so sick of like hearing that shit. Anyway, let's throw it to the offensive minigame.
Yeah.
So during the offensive minigame, we decide what's offensive.
In the lots, bananas for your new Guerrero. Rock people run fast, but problem even faster.
So we're going to decide what's most offensive or racist in the offensive minigame.
And just for pacing, we're at 81 minutes. Let's try clinching this in 90, just for posterity's sake.
Double dipping Pastor Daddy.
Okay.
Or Major's misaligned mustache.
Double dipping Pastor Daddy.
Because you know Sam Elliott was like, they fucked my mustache.
He was more offended than like anybody else in the room. So I'm gonna give him a flyer on that. You know.
They fucked it, Betty. Web builder, baby blackmail.
Okay.
Or Magic Haynes hiding Hulk's hog.
The blackmail, I guess. Because they're hiding the hog, right? They're not.
Yeah, they're hiding it, but like, there's no pair of shorts on Earth that fits you when you're Eric Bana and you're also the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. I think that's a fun thing they always did with Hulk, though. They never fully explain. Like, I think they do in the Norton one when they're just like, "What happened with the shorts?" And he's like, "Oh, you know." Sorry, right. I'm gonna say the blackmail's worse with the whole like, "Oh, check it out, you little bitch slut. Here's your webpage with all the pictures of you doing slutty shit on it." Yeah.
Every guy at some point in their life does a little dick math, and like I've got to do a little Hulk dick math, you know, because like. Yeah. If he's getting bigger and bigger, what incentive does his penis have to get any larger? Because, like, there's no Hulk ladies out there that we know of, at least in the universe at this point. So there's no incentive for his wee-wee to enlarge in any way. So I think it would be a very funny visual if that was the only part that wasn't getting bigger. Because he's not going to use it as a weapon.
Yeah. Just like the guys in 28 Years Later with a fucking giant dong just flopping around.
Yeah, sure.
Oh God.
But we don't know. We don't know. We'll never know because we've got the Hog-hiding Hulk shorts.
Yeah.
Well, so you know how I normally flip it. Yeah. So poppin' Papa Nolte's Bruce Juice bubble, or father forced fasting.
The first one.
Poppin' Papa's Nolte Bruce Juice bubble.
Yes.
So that makes that unfortunately Pregnant by the Pastor still wins with the double dipping Pastor Daddy and web building baby blackmail. But we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with the movie comparison. This is between Pregnant by the Pastor and Hulk.
Oh yeah. We also have to compare the movie or something. Something that it's a little thing we like to do.
Let's bananas for your new career.
I hate to say it, but Pastor's gonna clean sweep this shit.
No doubt about
Everything in this movie was serviceable, just wasn't good, you know?
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
bad.
I digress.
I've always wanted to do it for the pod because I thought it was really funny. Yeah. Production, Tyler Perry attempt or transitions?
Tyler Perry attempt.
Okay. We've already established a defensive goes to Pregnant by the Pastor, but just 2-1. I mean, Hulk could have taken that one.
Yeah.
You know, you pop one more, pop a Nolte Bruce juice bubble, and you're there. You get your toothpick. You know, dialogue. Pregnant by the Pastor. Yeah.
Pregnant by the Pastor.
Same with acting. Yeah.
Yep.
Demerits. We don't have one for Hulk yet. You get to decide.
Demerit for the Hulk. Tries to do too much at once. I sincerely believe like the MCU actually did a really good job where like they have a separate origin story and then they do they join the Avengers and then the Avengers movies they do Avenger shit. Whereas here's like they try doing the whole childhood, early upbringing, traumatic past. He doesn't remember it. These guys come in. Now he's doing Hulk shit. But it's like he's third act already. You can't really go much further than there. So like I think it's too many fingers in the gumbo.
Too many fingers in the gumbo. Yep.
Yeah.
Another thing that Bob is experiencing right now. Too many fingers in the gumbo.
Yeah.
Anyway.
www.theworstmovieevermade.com. $12 for Bob in the subject line. Thank you.
$12. Birdemic sound design or too much at once.
In this case, too much at once. If they condensed Hulk into like an 85 or 90 minute movie and they got rid of the junk science and they just went, hey, we know this is a comic book property, but we are trying to sell this to a general audience. And we just fucking had Hulk doing Hulk shit. And it'd be pretty good. I think it'd be like, like a 60 on Rotten Tomatoes,
They could have done it. They could have
done it. We never once railed on the special effects or the practical effects.
Except for the gamma.
It's of its era. Some of this, the transitions look shitty, but like Hulk doing Hulk shit didn't look bad for a 2003 joint,
Not for 2003, no.
It's like, so like, it's serviceable. It's adequate. It could have been okay, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah, it wasn't. So fuck it. We have to do it because it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
And we have to do all of them.
Yeah.
Pregnant by the Pastor was the worst movie, is the worst movie.
Yeah.
What are we doing next, Rob?
Oh God, I didn't even. Whew. It's Cage on Cage. I'm not logged into the worst movie Instagram. Yeah. Do you have worst movie?
I mean, I could. I figured it'll take me longer than you because I'm not the tech guy here. You're the nanobot.
I am not logged in because I got the fucking update. And can you check it out, Chris?
Well, I can get there. It's just gonna take me like a minute.
Yeah. I'll do the plug. And then you have that ready by the time I'm done with the plug, and then we'll
big
get
reveal.
Yeah. All right. While Chris looks at the archive of the poll, which is Gunslingers with Nicolas Cage versus Jiu-Jitsu with Nicolas Cage, you can find us at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. It takes you to a Linktree page, and then there's a little button for YouTube. There's one for Instagram. There's one for Spotify. There's one for Apple. There's one for TikTok. If you go on Instagram, where Chris is looking right now, to check the poll, you can vote on the poll. Every week, we put titles. Us hosts put titles against each other, and it's up to you, the viewer, to pick which one you want us to cover. Or if you email us directly at the same www.worstmovieevermade.com, you could just tell us directly what to watch, and we will watch it and review it. Chris, who won?
62% of the vote went to Jiu-Jitsu with Nicolas Cage.
We are in for a treat, guys. I've seen it for personal reasons, not even for the show. It's not good. I'm a Nicolas Cage fan. He's my ride or die. It's not good.
No, it's not.
It's entertaining, but it's not good. So
I haven't seen it yet. Can't wait.
All right, I am gonna run this, and then we are gonna get the fuck out of here. All right?
Do it.
All right. See you next week, guys. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Shay, Shmee, Dave, Blaze, JK, Miz, McKay, Slow Drip, Jeff, Joanne, Dustin, and Yeah, let's go.
You want to know what's really upsetting? There's a little bit of pre-roll. I said I want to be in and out in 90 minutes, and it was 1:29:20 when I hit play on the theme song, and the theme song's 45 seconds. So we're an hour, 30 minutes, and, but we have about a 15-second pre-roll, so we might have made it under.
Oh, you can,
so
yeah, you can try.
Get ready to sign the fuck off because it's a pride thing. Ready? All right.
All right. Cool.
All right. Bye.